so it's probably pretty obvious that I am up to Ratchet and Clank 3. It's probably subtitles on stereo English. That's it. That's it. Damn game, what are you doing to me? This is definitely one of the better Ratchet and Clank games. I have to say, Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, cool. Blank save. Awesome. It's definitely probably one of the highest rated Ratchet and Clank games. Though I think it definitely has some flaws.
My Blargian Snagglebeast devours your mutant swamp fly. Oh yeah, I bet you didn't see that one coming. Hey, what are you doing? Check and mate. What?
What I don't understand is why Ratchet would wear a helmet in his own home.
The rules clearly state that the Blargian Snagglebeast has an allergic reaction to swamp flies that last 2 turns. Ooh, it is on again.
Your luck is extraordinary, sir.
But he rolled the most common possible thing for 2 dice.
I would not know, Maximilian. I never lose.
There is a first time for everything. Agent Clank!
I thought he was meant to be Secret Agent Clank.
You missed! So much for the famous secret agent.
Shocking. Bring the car around, Jeeves, and mind the ejector seat this time.
Stay tuned for more Secret Agent Clank.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was terrific. Yeah, great. Change the channel. But the man said to stay tuned.
Universal remote, one button does everything.
Live coverage from Velden. Just hours ago, the planet was attacked without warning by a terrifying alien race known as the Tyrannoids. Officials believe that an evil robotic supervillain known as Dr. Nefarious is the mastermind behind the Tyrannoid attack. As you can see, the Galactic Rangers are putting up a valiant fight. They are no match for these
It sort of makes me laugh. I feel like you always see like the Americans sort of like shooting in the air, like achieving nothing. Like I get it's a bad stereotype, but it's sort of funny at the same time.
We're going home. But Velden is in a Solana galaxy. Oh no, not the gravimetric warp drive. The untested gravimetric warp drive? The one you built from Blargian scrap metal? Coming? We are doomed.
So this is one aspect of Ratchet and Clank that I really am disappointed with, is the fact that there's some really cool things, like the gravimetric warp drive, that just never get explored. Like, it's just sort of disappointing that they use it as a plot device rather than trying to find something or make something that is super awesome. It's especially noticeable in the reboot where there's a scene with Clark's interrogating Ratchet and he's like talking about all these crimes, and these crimes were way more interesting than the rest of the game put together. And so that's why it's sort of a little disappointing that you just see one aspect of the game, and that is, oh look, we're going to shove this thing in here that we've always had. Okay.
Greetings, Client 91802, and welcome back to the Solana Galaxy.
Awesome. Let's... Whoa. Lockstrave. First person. Lockstrave. Awesome. What are your visuals? Yeah, I like the help desk lady. She nice. Awesome. I don't even have a gun, so... Oh yeah. So that's one thing that I find interesting. At least in Ratchet and Clank 1, you couldn't actually do, what do you call it? I can't even... Okay, it's wrong button. The whole... Actually, I wonder. If that's the case, I wonder if it's in my gadgets. Yeah. Awesome.
These must be the Galactic Rangers.
Hey, look! It's a new sergeant!
Huh?
Here, Sarge, you can have my gun. There's too many of them! We're all gonna die!
Press R1 to fire your shock blaster.
Do love that. Oh, and then I died. Well done, game. Oh shit. You know what? In the entire time I've played Ratchet and Clank, I never knew that that was actually a place. Holy shit. I've never actually fallen down that far before. So these are really disappointing because they just shoot in a straight line. Oh. Yeah, look at that. So I'm not sure, I don't know if I want to get every skill point or get every bolt in this one. It just seems like
Am I glad to see you, Sarge? We're pinned down by that enemy vehicle. Somebody's gotta take it out.
Let me guess. That somebody is me.
You gotta volunteer. Here, Sarge, take this.
Well
Cover
done.
you. From back there.
well done. I wonder if that little Tyrannoid... Wow, look at that. You can actually see the little Tyrannoid actually disappeared. So, yeah, not too difficult. Look at that.
To select weapons,
You know what? We'll just keep it on pause mode. Oh yeah. Come on, I believe in you. Well done. That was just a trash. Mostly because I just don't really care too much about how long it takes or how much ammo I waste. There we go, look at that. No, that's where I came from. What am I doing? Let's change it up to have the nitro launcher. Fuck it, why not? Yeah. Get wrecked. So one thing is you can actually blow up these ships. I don't know how you would Wow, that is some seriously slow moving animation. So, no. Yeah. Grenade. Yeah, go grenade. Grenade sounds better. Oh. I really do like the grenades in this game. They are pretty damn good.
your maximum nanotech level has increased.
Dun. Oh damn, I thought I dropped off. So it can actually fire a lot faster. I'm just being lazy about it. So that is... Yeah, I'm not going to go that way. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go this way. More money. Pteroids. Awesome. So one thing I am looking forward to about this game is the fact that it's not probably the strongest from a narrative perspective, but from a combat perspective, I think they definitely got, whoops, wrong button, got a lot of the little things ironed out by this game, and so definitely had a mechanically more sound game.
What's the situation?
The Noids have fallen back to a base in F Sector. We have orders to go in and take them out. F Sector? No way. Game over, man. We're all gonna end up as scrap metal.
Get back in there, trooper. We've got a planet to save.
Sir, yes, sir.
It's a bit odd for just Ratchet to just start taking charge. He's always been sort of like a loner in previous games, where he's more worked as an individual unit rather than come into a scenario where he has to work with other units. So one of the most disappointing things about this whole what do you want to call it? The whole missile drop sort of thing, and I don't think it changed even in later games. What you had to do was go side to side, and nothing was any different. So it's like, well, what's...
Watch out! They're coming out of the rubble!
They're coming from the side. There we go. Love that. I feel it's like you could laugh at me for just wasting so much ammunition, but wrecked.
Erase those Tyrannoids!
What have we got? I feel as this game, at least, is probably just as slow as... Oh, nah. That was a waste of ammo.
Look out!
It's probably a little faster than other Ratchet and Clank games, honestly. Getting into the story, you're already sort of halfway in. Though to be honest, it doesn't feel as quick. I feel as if maybe it's just... Oh no, I actually got hit. Oh, I gotta start again. What have we got? Oh, seriously? Oh, you... Fuck! That was bad. The worst part is that now I have to restart all of this.
Watch out! They're coming out of the rubble!
Yeah. I forgot you can actually go behind the rubble. There is actually stuff behind it.
Dropships!
Completely forgot about that. Cool as. At least I got a bit of money. Like, no one can say that that I'm not going to be able to afford stuff. Unlike the last game where I couldn't afford heaps of stuff. I feel as if I've been really lazy. Dropship.
The doors have opened! Look out!
Oh, that's awesome. So I don't really remember mechanically too much about this game. Whether Slim Incognito comes back or... That was so... Fuck! Oh, okay. The only thing I have to say is I am special. 100% special. I can't believe that's the second time that I've died in the same spot. I know I haven't played Ratchet and Clank in like, I don't know, maybe 6 months? I don't remember when the last time I played Ratchet and Clank was. It's been a long time, but I can definitely say that I have just gotten so terrible at it. Yeah, I got wrecked.
The doors have opened! Look out!
I'm sort of embarrassed just how bad I've done. I know if I definitely kill the dropship with this gun, which I cannot be bothered to do. Come on, buddy. Let's not jump around this time. Learn from my mistakes. Fuck yeah.
Sir, we have a transmission from the president!
How are things on the front lines, soldier? Is that Secret Agent Clank?
Greetings, sir. We are here to help.
Well, this is an honor, and I see you brought your chauffeur along.
What? No. Hold on a second, sir.
Agent Clank, we must stop Dr. Nefarious. As you may know, only one man has ever faced him and survived. I've just received a top secret report on that man's whereabouts. Here, take a look.
On tonight's episode of Nature's Mysteries, we examine the Florana tree beast. Deep in the dense growth of Florana's Jambu forest lives a mysterious creature. Or maybe he doesn't. It's one of Nature's Mysteries!
I seen him run right through our camping site. He was buck naked, screaming and holding a banana. Or maybe it weren't a banana. It could be
one of Nature's Mysteries! Legend tells that this mysterious creature is actually one of the greatest superheroes who ever lived. Shamed by his recent past, he is now one of Nature's Mysteries! Tune in and find out the answers.
A real top secret report that was.
We need you to find this man. The fate of the galaxy may depend on it.
Are you sure this is the guy you're looking for, Mr. President? Yeah, he seems like kind of a, wacko.
You You may be right, but he's the best chance we've got. I know you boys won't let me down.
You can count on us, sir.
Man, that was so politically incorrect. Clank is not a boy. He's a robot. Oh, it's so bad. Nah, Clank people are dub boys. It's a bit of a difference. It's hard to really like the dynamic between Ratchet and Clank throughout the games because it never changes. Like in Ratchet and Clank 1, there was always that tension where Clank was more about saving the world, and Ratchet was more like wanting revenge for past deeds. And so there was always this dynamic between them where they always... awesome. Plasma whip it is.
To throw your whip, hold R2 and press R1 or circle.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. I like that. So I hate this whip. It's probably...
Your controller can be configured with multiple button maps, including a map that places the fire command on R1. To change to a different button map, press Start, then enter the Options menu and select Controls.
Yeah, get that. I'm not doing that, we're going this way. So one of the definitely cool things about this game is they actually did things better. I won't deny it. But back to what I was saying about...
The jackpot crate multiplies all bolts and experience gained for a limited time.
Yeah, that's great. Awesome. So at least I got my money's worth. But yeah, so the dynamic between Ratchet and Clank never really changed. At least roughly from... What am I doing? Wrong button. Shockbuster. Wow, that was awesome. From Ratchet and Clank 2
Your
onwards.
weapon has upgraded. Weapons upgrade automatically when they're used frequently. Hold circle to charge up the shock blaster for a more powerful attack.
Yeah, but at the same time, yeah, fair enough. No incentive to do it though. They're only really super good on bosses, so it's not worth doing it. But yeah, so it's a case of the relationship, or at least the character building in some way between Ratchet and Clank doesn't really change too much, and it's never really stressed in further games either. So it's not like it's it's not like anything really comes of it, which I have to admit is a little disappointing. Let's go bombs. Oh, I deserve to get hit. Oh, seriously? They're still coming? Stuff these guys. But yeah, so it's one of the more disappointing things that
You can climb a ladder by jumping onto it and pressing X until you reach the top.
Yeah, it is one of the more disappointing things about the relationship between the two. Is it that one? What's the map? Yeah, it's that one. Can never really remember where certain things are. Huh. Could have sworn it was that way. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's this way. I genuinely don't remember at this point. I guess not. I know you can literally fall down and that's not too big a deal. Whoops. I did press the wrong button. Well, look at that. Awesome. Wasn't paying attention and shit happened. So yeah, I knew. Ha! Knew something was going on. Heh, game, you can't get me. I mean, yeah. 100% knew all about that. Oh yeah, look at that. Epic as fuck. Titanium bolts. That's right. I keep pressing the wrong button. I think the config is a bit changed since the previous game. Oh, damn. Get wrecked. That was a bit of a close call, honestly. So one of the... it's probably one of the silliest things in the game. It's like they include that, this fire ratchet sort of thing where he gets 2 branches and like
Inferno mode.
don't take damage.
Your armor and wrench attack have been greatly increased for a limited time.
Yeah, and then fucking the weird thing about it is then it's never really used too much outside the scene. It's like, so what was the real point?
To jump between walls,
Ugh.
jump, then press X in midair while
I
next to
believe
a
in you,
wall.
son. Let's do it. Awesome, but we're going this way. Oh yeah. Got myself an action figure. So one of the things these action figures do is give you access to... I think it's the... I didn't do it in the last game, but there's... what's it called? Insomniac's like sort of like a demo place where they show off a lot of really, really cool things that they did in the process of making the game. Oh, I just cannot remember. The Insomniac Museum, that's what it's called. Oh. Okay. Won't be using it. Fucking... What the fuck? Still alive? Fucking assholes. Honestly, I feel as if I probably should have died just because of how bad I've been. Oh
yeah. Ratchet, we have company.
Where?
Behind you.
Where?
Behind you.
Very funny. You having a good time?
You trespass on sacred ground. Now you walk path of death.
But, sir...
Path of death.
What gets me is like, it's all about like the little like monkeys and stuff. But those what do you call it? Other guys aren't monkeys. Like the guys back here, obviously they weren't monkeys. It's like fucking weird as shit. I think I'm gonna stick to Shock Blaster. So if you take no damage, I'm pretty sure it's a skill point. Which is much easier to take no damage when you kill your enemies quickly. Bad guys, what are you doing? I'm intentionally taking this slow because I want that skill point just to prove that I am awesome enough to get it. Bad guys are like, ooh, what's that? Death. Oh, I got hit. I deserve to just... Yeah. Wow, I got hit twice. That's so bad. Ah, fuck. That was bad. It was so bad. Only because I'm butthurt about it, I'm gonna try this again. Fucking why not? I always found it odd that even when Ratchet doesn't need it, he always wears the helmet. Which is sort of odd. And it's probably one of the more disappointing aspects of this game, where they made it so that the armor was, you couldn't change between it. And so you get to the stage where Ratchet has this like super cool armor, but he can't you can't see his face. And I think that's really disappointing. I suppose that's why in future games they Yeah, I really didn't want to put up with that. Yeah, I'm not coming. Oh, I still got hit. I can't bad. Oh yeah. Not getting that skill point, I guess. So the easiest way I found to do this is literally to jump on the diagonal. Man, I can't believe I stuffed that up. Ah, it's alright. Not the... It's not the end of the world. Do I have enough for... I do have enough for the bloody twin blasters. Oh, it's not a twin blaster yet. Ooh, whoops.
Not me.
Okay, we walked your path of death. Now, tell us what you know about Dr. Nefarious.
Huh?
Dr. Nefarious! They say you're the only man to ever beat him.
Huh?
Jeez, this guy's even dumber than...
Captain Quark?
Yeah, Captain Quoof! That's it, Quark. You've had this coming for a long time.
Oh no, bad guy. One of the cool things about this is Quark having a beard. I'll take you on, Quarky boy. It's a bit disappointing. We want... Boom. Oh no. What do I want? Yes, that will go back to the N60. Oh yeah, didn't take damage. I am so good.
So, Quark has completely lost his mind. Now what?
Just keep the mask on. He thinks you are his new leader.
Great.
Incoming call.
This is Captain Sasha of the Starship Phoenix. The President has asked me to assist you.
Hi.
I see you have located Captain Quark.
Yeah, we got him, but, well, he thinks he's a monkey.
Of course. Bring him to the Phoenix and we'll see what we can do. Sasha out.
I know what we can do. Not put up with Quark. Now, honestly, Quark in this game is probably funnier than in previous games. Not that... Oh, well, to be fair, he wasn't prominent in the second game, but he was in the first, and so this is where you see Quark's transition into the comic role, and I think it's done really, really well. And so when he's from in further games, when he's taken out of the comedic role, he sort of sucks. Boom! Look at that.
Look at that, Clank. This ship is amazing.
Welcome aboard the Phoenix, gentlemen.
Whoa.
Impressive, isn't she? The Phoenix is the pride of the galactic fleet. She's equipped with the latest technology. Holodeck training suite, auto vendors for armor and weapons, virtual firing range, starfighter upgrade system, even a Gadgetron VG-9000 game system.
A VG-9000?
Of course. With a Mavix Fireball Pro controller, VR headset, and a zero-G dance pad attachment.
Will you marry me?
Well, you've obviously had an exhausting trip. Why don't you stop by your quarters? We prepared a custom living area for Quark, so he won't get in your way. Come meet me on the bridge when you're ready.
Fucking the monkeys eating lice.
To view the world map, press Select or R3.
Yes. Ship vendor. Oh, we don't have the cool... So I don't think any of this actually does anything other than just change the look. Yeah, does nothing. Yeah, I think there's a color. I don't even remember what it's called, but is it black again? It's a black that I really awesome. Boom, yeah, so Oh yeah, look at that. Checking hard disk drive. Gonna get me some weapons. I'm really hoping this works. So what's meant to happen? Oh yeah, so we get a discount on all weapons, and which is good. I also think, yeah, so whenever I buy another weapon, it'll be 10% cheaper, which is cool. Not really worth it. It is, but it isn't. Yeah, I know what armor is. Everybody knows what armor is. 33%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and see if I can go through most of the game without buying armor and just, you know, being slack. So that is Holo Training.
This is the Phoenix VR deck. Here you can train in combat simulations or
And here
practice
is where you
using
find
new
the
gadgets.
trophies. Dead be the
Welcome
Ratchet.
to the Phoenix Trophy Room. Whenever a crew member is awarded a Medal of Honor, it is displayed here.
Few trophies. Awarded a Medal of Honor. Please.
These are your quarters. I set up the VG9000 to play vid comic discs.
Even in the future, we still use discs. Haven't even moved on to bloody SD cards yet.
How do you think he got like this?
Stress.
Well, the life of an intergalactic superhero can be very stressful.
Yeah. Anyway, you're telling me this nutcase is our only hope for stopping Nefarious? We're hosed.
This is the VG9000 game system.
What's that?
If you have a vid comic, you could play it here.
Really? Tell me more about a game.
Great. Meet me on the bridge.
Fuck no. I want to do some VR simulations. So one of the reasons why I wanted to come in here is because if you actually go through the whole thing, you do have, you do get access to the, I think it's a titanium bolt. So if you manage to make it through everything, it's actually worth it. What's that? Wallpa. I remember that from a previous game. You get like no money. It's almost not worth it financially just to run through here. And you don't get very much experience at all. I think that's what makes this, the whip so shit, is that it has so little power, and the experience requirement is just so great. So you go try and do things, and it's just so terrible. At least that's the... Damn it, I actually got hit. At least that's the problems I've had in the previous game. Oh yeah, 300 bullets. I am awesome. Don't look down. Ugh. I really hate the arena combat. It's actually one of the things that I really like about later Ratchet and Clank games. They stop relying on it so heavily. I know they do in the last game and this game, they actually rely on it very heavily. Come get some. Oh, they have a bloody shield to deal with that? I'll take you on. The Velociter. Velociter is such a cool weapon. I don't know if I've ever talked about this in a previous episode, but if you, I think it's, oops, I'm pretty sure it's Tools of Destruction. When you can play through on your second playthrough, they activate, what are they called? Like information bots, you know, like from the first game. And one of the things that the game tells you about is it's developer commentary, and they tell you about the life cycle of your weapons. Oh, sorry, not the life cycle of weapons. The R&D, timing of your weapons. And I remember listening to it, and it said something in the ballpark of 2 years per weapon, like is R&D. So the weapon itself is in development for 2 years. Okay, so this one's timed. Oh, that's alright. This isn't that difficult. I say that and I take damage. Like it or not. I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, in further iterations when you do that you send up shockwaves, which is actually really cool. Come on, last one. Oh yeah, 400 bolts. There's some cool stuff with obstacle courses and shit in this. Shock blaster. Let's do it. I'm pretty sure you actually have to be really, really smart about this. Because you only get a finite amount of ammo. So one cool thing to do is to actually... and to be smart about it is have enemies kill each other. Wow, that was so bad. And that's usually what I would do, but considering I'm sort of pressed for time, I don't really want to do that. It's not exactly my idea of a super happy fun zone. There we go, look at that. The lock strafe mode's a bit restrictive at times. Especially with your jumping, because you always jump to the side. Oh yeah, 500 bullets. Oh, what have we got? I think this one is... This one only wrench? Oh, really? That's not too bad. Definitely, one of the coolest parts of Tool Destruction was actually listening to the developer's commentary on how the game's progressed. It's definitely a good listen to, solely because of the things you just learned that you just never knew before. Oh, look at that. Come on, last round. I want that titanium bolt. Even though I'm not going to use it in this game, I don't care for it at all. Oh, get wrapped. Oh, easy as pie. So I'm doing this mainly for the money. That little bit of petty cash, that's sort of not even worth it. I think this one will be the last one for a while. Come back here, because you end up having to come back here when you get certain weapons. Not weapons, gadgets. And you go to the gadget training, which is actually really, really cool. I definitely like how they let you test run each weapon. I honestly think that's a really, really cool addition to this game. Like, honestly, I have a mad respect for Insomniac as a whole. I don't think there are many companies as good as Insomniac. Honestly, I think in terms of, like, if I were to give the company out of 10, like, how much I actually like their products, I would have to say it would be at least a 9. You know, I'm not always completely satisfied with how good their games are, but I mean, at least they justify it relatively well. So an example was when the reboot of Ratchet and Clank was actually cheaper than a full price game, even though, it only took me about 6 hours to beat on the second playthrough. So it was a very, very short game, and so they didn't charge full price for it. So you can really, really respect Insomniac for its decisions. Yeah, so at least the company justifies a lot of things, and so I really do like Insomniac. There aren't that many developers that I truly would turn around and be like, oh look, they brought out a game, I'll at least give them the decency of checking it out. You know, so if EA were to bring out a game, I probably wouldn't even bother. So that's probably, so I never played Anthem because I was just like, yeah, EA probably learned nothing from Destiny, and so they're probably going to make the same mistakes Destiny 1 did. And, what's that? 90-second Slayer. And so it's a case of like, yeah, I think from what I've seen, Anthem actually did make all the mistakes that Destiny 1 did, and so it's a case of I feel as if I'm justified in my train of thought. However, I mean, you could always make definitely easy counter arguments to it. Oh, the Walloper got me. That is just, oh, gutted. I'm definitely pretty lazy on the combat and dodging in this. These guys just do not do enough damage for me to care. Oh, really? Awesome, 1,000 volts. That's pretty good, I think. The Nova Titanium. So this is what I wanted to get. So this is the 12 round, gonna get my titanium bolt sort of stuff. Oh, really? Can't take that many hits. But yeah, you really don't get all that much experience. When you think about it, I probably killed maybe 150, 200 enemies. look at that. Oh, awesome. I do like the whip's upgrade when it turns purple. We're coming. Oh yeah, what's that? 4th round? Awesome. I know. What is it? My mate and I were playing. What's the game called? Dread Zone, which is actually on PS3. I mean, apart from the obvious, super horrible optimization problems the game suffers from, it's actually a lot of fun. Especially when you have someone else to play it. So I think my mate and I have recorded 2 episodes of that so far. I know I recorded the first episode like a year ago. It's almost been a year actually. I think it's been 8 months. I know I haven't released it. I won't release it until after I'm done this. But yeah, I know my mate's been super lazy. I think we get through like maybe about a third. We're a quarter of the game each session. Oh, come on. Not waiting for you guys. Oh yeah. It's just quicker with a plasma whip, that's the only reason why I use it. It just kills everything much faster. Oh yeah. I can't believe I'm almost out of ammo for it too. Game is like, no, you must use different guns. Oh. Nah, we'll use an launcher. What do we got left? Oh no, awesome. Almost out of ammo for it, damn. Come on, come on. Definitely one annoying thing about this weapon is the super slow fire rate. Well done. Force me into a corner. Let's change that to a shock blaster. What do we got? 2 more rounds? Yeah, that's alright. I definitely know this gun is pretty cool. They really do have a really original take on weapons. I mean, at least not so much in future games. You can definitely see they sort of lose out on that really awesome charm of theirs. Oh yeah, give me that titanium bolt. Boom. That's how it's done. Oh, that's awesome. You can definitely see why, what do you call it? By the reboot, they had nothing for new idea. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. No new ideas for weapons, and you can tell that they only had maybe. I think there was only 2 original ideas for weapons in. Or was it 1? I think it was just the pixelizer.
Triangle to interrupt these messages.
Okay. Yeah, so they only had 1 new design, which was I think the pixelizer.
We're losing the signal. Try boosting the power.
Isn't that the president?
They came out of nowhere! Tyrannoid invasion force! Presidential compound has been breached! Cannot hold out much longer here.
Mr. President! Dad! Are you there?
Dad?
Nefarious.
Robotic citizens of the Solana Galaxy, the hour of your liberation is at hand! Too long have we robots suffered under the bigotry, the stupidity, the squishiness and foul stench of organic life forms. Soon, all robots will bask in the liberty and equality of my benevolent, iron-fisted rule. And as for you filthy organic life forms, you can look forward to being disintegrated. That's all for now.
I sort of didn't want to talk to that just because Lawrence is just
from
so.
Arcadia. Maximum speed. Prepare the dropship for planetary assault. We're going in.
We'll see you on Arcadia.
Yeah. So the whole thing with Lawrence is actually really funny. I had to hold back laughter because I hadn't seen it in so long.
To view your current missions, select the missions menu from the pause screen.
Yeah, it's actually really, really well done. Honestly, it reminds me of, I think it's, I'd have to look it up, and I'm probably going to be misquoting this, but there was a funeral for a guy in Africa, and it was a case of they had a person do sign language, and the guy didn't know what he was doing. It just seems like the biggest troll of all. I missed out on one? Huh. Wonder where it was. Yeah. I actually know where it is. That's so bad. Like, oh, it's in the path of the path of death. Yeah, it's just off to the side. Oh, I can't believe I forgot that. Damn. Idiot. I'll go back there and go get it. And, you know, pretend to be cool another time when I have only a few minutes left. But yes, it's... Yeah, so there was this actual guy at a funeral. Like, the guy was like the prime minister, I think, of the country. And when he died at the funeral, they had this guy pretend to do sign language. Just couldn't do it at all. Did not know sign language and was just... such a troll. So yeah, it's really, really funny to see Lawrence do it, because that's not sign language.
The compound is on the other side of the city. Keep your head down. The Tyrannoids are crawling all over the place.
Yeah, keep your head low to the ground so you can see the Tyrannoids. Oh yeah, we'll go plasma whip. Doop doo doo doo. Let's do it. Man, those guys are so slow. I probably should have got more ammunition before I started running this. I like how they just like, oh yeah, we'll help you for a little bit and then we'll teleport out. Lazy
Tap
assholes.
triangle to cycle through the last 3 weapons you have equipped.
They hit my box thing. Okay, let's...
You can reverse the camera controls in the options menu.
Yeah, I bet. So I know there's bolts and shit around here. Not, is it a gold bolt? No. I know you can jump down in the water, there's nothing in there, but... Yeah. Yeah, you can't, it's so shallow you can't even dive. So if I had to... Oh yeah. I don't think that is the way you're meant to go, but... you know what? I am fairly certain you can't actually make that distance. Yeah, that's the end point. Yeah. Oh, look at that. You can see it on the map. I actually went past it. I really hope. Did I go past it? Maybe it was just this alcove. Yeah, it's just an alcove. Cool. The fact that I'm almost out of ammo for every gun. Oh. I think that's one problem this game does suffer from, is balance. And I think all Ratchet and Clank games suffer from it in some way. Oops, it's crouching. Where you'll find that the only really strong enemy is the final boss. I think in most Ratchet and Clank games I truly suffer playing through them because there's just no balance between just killing these things, which you kill so damn quickly, and the final boss in that particular level. I knew there was a thing up there. I just don't know how to get to it. So that's... Come on, I'll take you on. So a lot of... I think, at least in monster design on this one, I think they failed a little bit because you can see that most of the enemy attacks are just straight line attacks. Don't involve... I'm pretty certain there's actually, you go like a long way round. Yeah. Knew it. Knew it. What's that game? You decided to get me good, yeah. I feel so stupid with the whole not getting the titanium bolt on the path of death. That's just, oh, I feel so dumb. I'm pretty certain that is not the way to go. That's alright. One of the weird things is, where are we going? It's this way. It is my memory for these yeah, you can't shoot it. Is my memory for where all these locations for bolts and stuff are. I have a little bit of ammo in that. I'm not going to use that because I just genuinely don't care for it. Oh yeah, how you doing, buddy?
Nice shooting, sir. A second wave of Tyrannoids just landed. They're attacking the compound from the other side. We could sure use your help.
You got it.
Follow me to the dropship.
Yeah. I like it, just fucking... Nah, man, I'm just gonna walk through everything. Everything will be fine. What have we got? Oh yeah. Huh. Bastard. I'm pretty sure there's a few teleports out. Nope. We got bloody heap of like defensive sort of multiplayer map stuff here. It's not horrible, but you can definitely see where it fell short. Oh, they gave me all my ammo. Fuck yeah, let's go in with a nitro launcher. I love that, you're just like wading through it. You're like, yeah man, all good.
The Noids are dropping in reinforcements.
Okay, where are we going? I'm not a really big fan of this whole wave after wave of enemy. Where is the thing landing? Well, I'm not landing, stopping. Boom. Awesome. I can't catch it. Oh, I deserve it. This is not the weapon to be taken on my dropship. Let's try again with the blaster. So this is definitely where you can start to see the whole continuous strafing somersaults just ruin the game in terms of difficulty. Bloody enemies just running from me. Here we go, little ones. I'll take you on, thing. Wow. Should be the last one though. And I'm out of fucking ammo. Wow.
Area secure. Nice work, ladies. Let's move out.
Yeah, awesome. So the whole thing is literally to protect the space.
Sarge, cover those rangers. If we lose the whole squad, it's all over.
Oh man. For the most part, they can protect themselves pretty well. Like, you can actually kill the dropships as they land, but I don't have weapons that are strong enough. Ugh. I don't understand why you have to protect the soldiers. It's so dumb. Like, you think about it, you protect soldiers. Especially when they're robotic, it's like, what's the point? It just seems so dumb. I keep pressing R2 instead of R1. Oh yeah. Then nanotech comes up and I then get hit. Oh, I'm not paying attention. Fucking lazy ass robots. Like, it seems so ironic in a way that they're like, oh no, woe is me. I'm made to go to war and I'm afraid. Come on. I know you can blow up those dropships, but I just don't have anything that can do it. Here we go. I think it's definitely one of those things where I think Insomniac had a very easy time with at least the first few Ratchet and Clank games, because they produced a lot of Ratchet and Clank games by the time PS3 came out, and they only, oh no, they actually produced, and then when they
take out those enemy dropships, the sauces are just icing on the cake.
And then by the time the PS3 came around, they actually had a lot of Ratchet and Clank games on the PS3. So it's never like they had to do so many things graphically to their games. Little tyrannoid fuckers. Probably shouldn't use that word, but... Bad guys. So the whole thing is you've got to try not to die while killing all the dropships. And it's weird because it's like this time they're all like, oh no, it's alright, we're okay with you just getting on the turret and killing shit. I'm just using the minimap to definitely guide how I kill things. That's not too bad, actually.
Nice shooting, Sarge. You can take it from here.
Yeah, all the hard work's done. You're like, yeah, no, we're good, we're good. So under the gun, which is the last part. So I have to provide cover for 2 minutes.
Protect the repair crew.
Stuff it will just go.
Need that turret back online.
So used to playing other games where it's R2 is the shoot instead of R1, but I know it was a big thing way back when R1 was the shoot instead of R2.
Keep them off our backs. We'll have to back up in no time.
I don't remember if there was a consequence for not killing everything, but I do like this weapon for the fact that it's pretty easy to aim. It's just simple, old school third-person shooting mechanics. 2 minutes to go. Not 2 minutes to go, 1 minute to go, what am I saying? Used up most of my gun ammo, but that's not too bad. $40 seconds. Oh. That's not too bad.
Keep it up. The repairs are almost finished.
Yeah, we'll change that weapon. Oh yeah, look at that. So I don't know what happens if you get to the stage where you're like, oh no, look at that, there's heaps of stuff. I don't know if the timer resets or...
The repairs aren't finished.
Awesome.
Now we'll give those noids a taste of their own medicine.
And hopefully then this is the last one. I'm pretty sure this is the last one.
Launched an all-out assault. We need those air defenses online yesterday.
So this is a pretty cool sort of style of mission. But at the same time it's like, it's sort of lame that you're doing this by yourself.
Those turrets can only target aircraft. You'll need to handle the ground troops yourself.
Assholes. Nah, man. So one of the cool things, you can just stop mid-process while an enemy fires at you, if you really want. But I was not good enough for that. Like, you can just kill everything and just wait. This is not really an easy, not really a difficult thing. So with the things going online, they actually kill more enemies, more dropships. How am I using this gun? I want to use this one. Well, I've got 2 more to go. I think I only have 2 more to go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Damn it. I wonder if I can just shoot it until it blows up. Oh yeah, look at that. Yep. No, don't get over there. What I'll do, solely because I'm so close to finishing the level, I will just
Agent Clank? You're even more
just finish the last part of this
than
planet.
you are on the holovid. And I must say, I've never seen a chauffeur fight like you do, son. Who says you can't find good help these days, right, Clank? Sasha's told me a lot about you. Don't get any ideas, kid. She is way out of your league. Sasha filled me in on the Quark situation. I'm told the man thinks he's a monkey?
He has lost his memory, sir.
Well, then you'll simply have to find it for him. We need our star player back in the game ASAP. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
My daughter tells me you're a man who's good with his hands, Ratchet.
Sir, I swear I never...
The city's laser shield went down during the attack. Now, we are defenseless without it. I sent out a repairman to fix it, but he disappeared. I need you to get that shield system back online.
Yes, sir. We're on it.
awesome. We'll go to the vendor, why not? Suck cannon. Blah blah blah. Thank you for telling me I get 10% discount. Speeding Hydra is like mediocre. We'll go suck cannon, why not? And we'll get the Infestor. Infestor's alright. Not the coolest thing in the world. So what I'll definitely do is I'll just finish this planet for this episode. And then let that be that. And then what else? I have to come back to this world anyway because the laser defense system requires does it require? Yeah, I think it requires the gravity boots. And so I won't be able to finish it because obviously we need... Oop! Nice try, Tyrannoid. So what you can do, I think it's... I should look it up because I don't know what it is. Help moves. Yeah, help moves. That's not it. What is the button? Oh, it's that button. You can actually aim this thing to kill enemies, which I think is pretty cool. I don't really want to be doing it, but...
The infector fires nanovirus globules that infect enemies on contact. Infected enemies will attack and infect other enemies until the infection wears off.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting weapon. It's pretty interesting. Boom, boom! Look at that. This is where Ratchet and Clank, at least in I think why this game is so successful, is if you take a look at other games. What have we got? At least the newest one, they didn't actually do anything like this. It was like it's like they completely forgot. Oh, whoops! Didn't need to fire a second one. It's like they completely forgot what makes Ratchet and Clank fun is puzzles like this. It's sort of disappointing. Oops, too far. And that's where it's so disappointing that the reboot wasn't not a success. It's because Literally because. Yeah, they sort of forgot what made Ratchet and Clank really, really great. I have no idea what that guy was shooting at. No idea at all. But yeah, I think that's my opinion for why the reboot wasn't a success. They sort of forgot too many things what made Ratchet and Clank good. The humor in it it's missing. A lot of the other things are also missing. At least the super fun aspect of that's always funny. Damn it, I'm gonna start again. I've lost my train of thought. Like the puzzles are just not there. So you miss the puzzles, you miss a lot of the humor. That's why I think the game was such a miss. Oop, let's not say we did. Awesome. Hey!
Ratchet, there should be a spider symbol somewhere in that room. Use the beam to lead the spider drone over the symbol and then zap it with the laser.
So, once you do, super easy. Essentially just searches out for the beam. This is actually a really cool mechanic. Like, I don't think they've done that in many other games. Suck cannon! Wrong button. My Tyrannoid friends. I think they randomized the animation for the projectile. Because I definitely saw the acid mod, not the acid mod, the infector. So there is the start of one of the things. How you get the gold bolt. The light comes through there, and you have to go up and redirect it to that point there. So yeah, there is. Whoops. That opens the door. Let's go back to the suck cannon. I love that. And you can see where you then have to go up there as well. It's like, yeah, it's such an interesting gold bolt. There just wasn't anything that creative in later the later reboot, which is so disappointing. Like, it's not really fair to compare the reboot to this, because this game was hailed as one of the best Ratchet and Clanks. Yeah, there we go. Didn't even need to aim. Yeah, look at that. Haha, get wrecked. So you can definitely see a titanium bolt up there. And that is so bad. Hey, Al.
Hey, look, it's Al. Got the shields up yet?
Silence! I am concentrating.
What the? That's a Quark vid comic.
Excuse me. It is a historically accurate interactive graphic novel.
How can you use the city's defense network to play a video game?
Simple. I bypassed the security server with a 626 hex matrix adapter and reprogrammed the graphic subprocessor.
No, I mean, it's... Clank, you speak, nerd.
It appears you have a feedback loop in the induction coils of your DB3 signal processor.
Impossible! I ran a recursive checksum on the signal matrix. Hey, there is a feedback loop. I don't know what happened with it.
May we borrow this vid comic?
Treat it gently. It is a first edition.
Perhaps this will help restore Quark's memory.
Shield power restored.
So it's so booties in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, we'll just continue on. It's so weird to have that scene, because Ratchet is a mechanic who creates some crazy ass shit, and so it's so hard for me to just understand why Ratchet. Was I picking? That was the sound for picking things up. Ratchet doesn't understand any of the technical stuff, yet he can build a warp drive from scrap. It just doesn't make sense. It's so weird, and yet Clank is hailed as the nerd, yet he can't put himself back together. It's still Ratchet putting himself back together. Ratchet puts Clank back together when Clank has mechanical failure. And so it's super weird, like, just the dynamic of that scene. What do we want? We want to play the Quackford comic. There's 7 bots. There's 3. I'm pretty sure I missed 2. And I'm pretty sure I know where both of them are. They're both in that factory. So what we're going to do is we're going to end it here. It was a good hour. A little bit more than an hour. Going back Ratchet and Clank 3. It is definitely probably the best of the trilogy. Though I won't deny it, I do like Dreadzone more. Dreadzone's my favourite for other reasons. But, yeah. I think the music in Dreadzone was my favourite for sure, even though I know people would argue that number 1 has better music. By far. But I like number 3. Look at that. Boom. Cool. So we're going to end it here, and I will, well, keep going to the next one. Bye.